Hello and welcome to the daily cricket show, Cricket Happenings, with your host Ram. We have three matches today. One of the matches was between Sri Lanka versus South Africa. Today was day four, where Pakistan yesterday were crawling. But today we had some entertainment coming in from Hassan Ali, Haris Sohail, who really rescued them. I thought Haris Sohail was the one who played one brilliant knock on his maiden debut. He got a 50, and that was really commendable, as that enabled Pakistan to actually take a slender lead of 3 runs on the fourth day. And Sri Lanka in the second innings were already in trouble at 69 for 4, and this match is really hotting up, I would say. And we have one more day to go, so 69 for 4 score. But as far as Bangladesh and South Africa are concerned, where South Africa declared the innings close as expected, 247, thus setting 424 runs for victory for Bangladesh. And Bangladesh were in real trouble, I would say, at 49 for 3, as on the final day they required 375 runs to actually win the match, and which is always going to be tough against the South Africans. As far as India versus Australia were concerned, today was the final ODI, which was played at Jamta Stadium in Nagpur on the Relay Square. Yes, the Relay Square definitely had a story to tell, because the pitch was a bit too paced, where the ball was not really coming onto the bat, so slower deliveries were, and off cutters would have been very useful there. And India also decided to bring back their bogey bowlers, Jasprit Bumrah and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, and there comes the result, as India won the series against the Aussies 4-1, as the Aussies were beaten by 7 wickets in that particular game, and Rohit Sharma went on to a princely century, and his 6th century against Australia and his 14th century of his test career. And India also, as you know, the ODI series is over, and the focus will be shifting on to the T20 series between India and Australia. And India have named the T20 squad. I will have a brief look at that, with Ashish Nehra coming back into the team, Dinesh Karthik also getting a place, and Shikhar Dhawan keeping his place. So we will start off with the match between, the first match we'll go for is the Pakistan versus Sri Lanka. So as I said, yesterday Pakistan really crawled in their innings, but today it was a different ball game altogether. Yes, they lost their mainstay Azhar Ali very quickly in the morning, at Rangana Herath, who actually took 5 wickets today. He picked up his 32nd 5-wicket haul in Test cricket, and Azhar Ali was a victim of the bowling affair out for 85 with 4 boundaries. After that, Haris Sohail was the man who really did something about it. Haris Sohail stayed there, but unfortunately there was no one who was able to keep him company. But Haris Sohail was on his test debut, as you know, and was really playing in a very impressive manner. He was handling the spinners well. He was also playing the Sri Lankan seamers very well. Sarfraz Ahmed lost his stumps to Luckmal for 18 with 1 4 and 1 6, and Mohammad Amir was LBW ball Luckmal for 4 to live Yasir Shah. Yasir Shah also fell a victim to Herath, and suddenly it was Haris Sohail who was actually running out of partners there, with the score reading 340 for 8, and one thought that it would so happen that Sri Lanka would be taking a handy lead here, but everything was squashed by Hassan Ali. Hassan Ali decided to use the long handle to good effect, as Rangana Herath was deposited thrice into the spectators for 3 glorious sixes. One was hit down the ground, one was hit over cow corner, one was swing high and wide into the stands. 3 sixes, and he had 2 fours, and he was very severe on Rangana Herath, as he really played, really indulged himself in some big hitting. 29 of 25 deliveries, 2 fours and 3 sixes, and out of that 26 runs he scored only in 4s and 6s. And then Rangana Herath, seeing that Hassan Ali, and every time we saw Hassan Ali advancing down the wicket to Rangana Herath while depositing those sixes, and Rangana Herath was, as you know, he's a very smart customer, and what he did is he actually slipped the ball a bit wide outside the off stump, tempted Hassan Ali to come in for another fling at him, and that fling Hassan Ali missed. Dikwala didn't miss. Dikwala whipped off the bails, and Hassan Ali was gone for 29. And Haris Sohail was still there at the crease. But Haris Sohail, after contributing 76 with 7 fours and 2 sixes, played the sweep shot very well, was victim of the bowling of Pradeep. Mohammad Abbas was not out on one, and thanks to Haris Sohail and Hassan Ali, Pakistan managed 422 all out, thus getting a slender 3 runs lead in this particular test match. Lakmal, 22 overs, 5 and 242, but it was all about Rangana Herath, the spin master of the Sri Lankans. 40 overs, 12 maidens, 93 runs and 5 wickets. Tremendously done by Rangana Herath. Fernando, 25.3, 177 runs and 2 wickets. Dilruwan Pereira, 37 overs, 10 maidens, 92 runs and 1 wicket. Sandakan, 35 overs, 7 maidens, none for 98. Karunaratne, 3 overs, none for 6. So 3 runs lead, and Sri Lanka started their second day. Sri Lanka starting their second day got themselves into trouble right from the word go, I would say, as it was the first wicket to go was Dimut Karunaratne. Dimut Karunaratne prodding at a delivery from Yasir Shah was taken by Shan Masood at the closing chord, and he was gone for 10. And after that, the next wicket to go was Lahiru Thirimane. Asad Shafiq was pressed into service, so it was a good piece of captaincy, I thought, by Sarfraz Ahmed, seeing that the ball, there was some turn available for the spinners. He decided to bring in Asad Shafiq, and Asad Shafiq did not disappoint either. He picked up the wicket of Lahiru Thirimane, and Lahiru Thirimane trying to play a shot. I thought he was trying to actually cut the delivery, and it ended up in the hands of Sarfraz Ahmed behind the stumps. He was gone for 7 with 1 boundary. 33 for 2, and it soon became 51 for 3 when Kaushal Silva trying to sweep at Haris Sohail. Haris Sohail definitely buoyed up to the fact that on his debut he not only got his maiden 50, made 76 odd runs, and he was the one who actually picked up the wicket when Kaushal Silva trying to sweep against the turn was trapped LBW by Haris Sohail for 25, and then Chandimal, who was the mainstay in the previous innings, could not last long. Yasir Shah was the one who actually had Chandimal caught in by Asad Shafiq for 7 to leave this Sri Lankan innings in real trouble, I would say, at 69 for 4. Suranga Lakmal was not out on 2. Kaushal Mendes definitely had to really survive at the crease. He was beaten quite a couple of times, and the ball was turning, and Kaushal Mendes was really struggling out there, but he managed to survive the day with an unbeaten 16 to his name with 1 boundary, and Lakmal was not out on 2. 69 for 4 was the score, and we are going into the final day tomorrow. And final day, I can say it would be, Sri Lanka would like to see that they occupy the crease as much as possible. To probably, they have to give themselves, probably they have to score quickly, but right now I'm not expecting that. And they would definitely be playing for a draw for sure. It would be interesting to see, but I think an interesting day's play is coming up on the final day at this particular stadium. We are talking about the stadium it's in Abu Dhabi, where I'm sure the final day is going to be something very interesting. Mohammad Amir, 7 overs, 2 minutes, none for 14. Mohammad Abbas bowled very well, I thought, 6 overs, 2 minutes, none for 7. Yasir Shah, 14 overs, 2 minutes, 2 for 25. Hassan Ali, 4.2 overs, no maiden, none for 8. 3.4 overs, no maiden, 1 for 7 for Asad Shafiq. And Haris Sohail got his wicket as well, 5 overs, 2 maidens, 1 for 7. So that is the match situation on the 4th day at the Sheikh Zayed Stadium here in Abu Dhabi. So that is as far as that match is concerned. Now let's go on to another interesting match which is happening. We are again talking about the 4th day and the 4 days play. This is a match which is played at the Senworks Purchase Room as Sri Lanka and Bangladesh and South Africa. So South Africa resuming on their overnight score with Hashim Amla and Bahuma at the crease. Hashim Amla was the first to go. Mustafizur Rahman getting Hashim Amla to nick 1. And Liton Das today, let me tell you, the Bangladesh wicketkeeper was really very sharp behind the wickets. He is showing some amazing reflexes, and he definitely showed what a wonderful wicketkeeper he is. As he was caught by Liton Das, the ball Mustafizur Rahman, who gave them the quick breakthrough in the morning. He was gone for 28 with 3 boundaries. Bavuma was joined in by Faf du Plessis, and then there was a real recovery which was staged from 70 for 3. Even though Sri Lanka, the South Africans were sitting on a real cushion there, a very handy lead of 176. But that did not deter from the fact that Bahuma and du Plessis decided to really buckle themselves in for the task and slowly started helping South Africa recover with some very good strokes that they played. Bahuma was looking good. Bahuma, as you know, he's another player who is an upcoming player for South Africa. And du Plessis, on the other hand, we all know what an experienced bloke he is. So both really did a fine job. In fact, they put up a very good partnership of 142 runs. 142 runs as things were going on, and they had taken the score past the 200 mark. So essentially they were close to 400 runs in the lead. And that was the time du Plessis' wicket was taken. It was taken by an unusual bowler. Mominul Haq was pressed into service, and Mominul Haq actually had du Plessis LBW for 81 with 6 fours and 1 6. Quinton de Kock came and left very quickly as he made just 8 runs before trying to attack Mominul Haq. Ended up getting stumped by Liton Das. He was gone for 8, but it was Bahuma still there at the centre, slowly doing his job, but Bahuma himself was a victim. Again, Mominul Haq, as I said, an unusual bowler, coming in and trundling, having a real trundle there and picking up 3 good wickets. Andy Felukavayo, Bahuma made 71 with 7 fours. Felukavayo, the debutant, was not out on 6. Maharaj was not out on 19 of 11 balls with 1 4 and 1 6, as the South Africans ended up with du Plessis declaring the innings close at 247 for 6, thus setting the Bangladeshis 424 runs for victory. Marius and Midaz, 11 overs, 1 maiden none for 69, has been finding the South African wickets a bit of a struggle. Shafil Islam, 13 overs, 1 maiden, 146. Mustafizur Rahman did a good job today, 11 overs, 2 minutes, 30 runs and 2 wickets, picked up the vital wicket of Hashim Amla. Taskin Ahmed, 6 overs, none for 29. Sabir Rahman, 5 overs, none for 25. Mahmudullah, 4 overs, none for 21. Mominul Haq, as I said, the unusual of the bowlers from Bangladesh, the part-time bowler, making very rapid inroads. 6 overs, no maiden, 3 for 27. As far as Bangladesh were concerned, they were given a target of 424 runs to actually go and win the match, and this is what happened. Morne Morkel was really fire and brimstone. He was getting the ball to really rise well. I mean, he was getting the ball to really bounce, and one of those deliveries that he bowled to Tamim Iqbal, Tamim Iqbal was a goner as he rattled the stumps of Tamim Iqbal for naught. And Tamim Iqbal opening the innings today. And the next wicket to go was Mominul Haq. Mominul Haq, who had done very well in the first innings, had no answer to a delivery from Morne Morkel, which actually Morne Morkel bowled it in a very nice manner. He went wide of the crease and got the ball to nip in, and Mominul Haq was walking back to the pavilion for naught. So 2 Bangladeshi batsmen were into the hut at naught, and Bangladesh were really looking in a very sorry state at 0 for 2. So not a good start for the chase of 424. But Imrul Case was there, and he also likes to play his strokes. So he decided to really burst his way down. He played a few good strokes. Mushfiqur Rahim joined him. Mushfiqur Rahim decided to play second fiddle, and but Imrul Case himself was a victim. And with Imrul Case wicket gone, when Keshav Maharaj picked up his wicket by getting him caught behind for 32 with 5 boundaries, it was stumps on day 4 at the Pachef's room. And at stumps, Mushfiqur Rahim, the captain, was not out on 16. 375 runs, still separating Bangladesh from victory. And I think it's a very tall ask. To get 375 runs is going to take some real doing. They still have the batting to come. They have Liton Das, the inexperienced. Mahmudullah Sabir is there. Mary Hassan can bat. But definitely at this point of time, one can safely say, and especially getting into the final day, it would be very safe to say that South Africans are the ones who are looking the favourites here to take the first test match. Morne Morkel, 5.2 overs, 2 minutes, 2 runs. Yes, there is one good news for Bangladesh is that Morne Morkel, who was amongst the wickets today, suffered a side strain, and it will be interesting to see whether he takes the field tomorrow morning, Morne Morkel, and that is very important, I think, for South Africa, that Morne Morkel comes in and holds in a few, because he seems to be the key bowler, according to me. Rabada 523. Duan Oliver 2.4 overs, no made and none for 5. Keshav Maharaj 2.3 overs, no made and 1 for 2. And that was the match situation. So once again, the match definitely looking very well poised, and especially for South Africa, it is looking very, very good indeed going to the final day. As far as India versus Australia was concerned, this was the final ODI that was played between Australia and India to bring an end to this ODI series, which India won 4-1. Australia, well, they made 242 for 9 batting first. India decided to decided to go for the killer, the killer instinct, I would say, because they decided to bring back their bogey pacers, bogey bowlers, Bumrah and Kumar, and see how it worked. David Warner, once again, David Warner definitely did well. He made 53 of 62 balls with 5 fours. Aaron Finch was absolutely stroking the ball to a nicety. As he was doing that, Pandya was the one. And this particular pitch, let me tell you that this pitch definitely had a bit of a sort of a two-paced nature on it, because the ball was tending to actually come slow onto the wicket. There was a bit of a not uneven bounce. The ball is coming a bit slow as well. So the cutters were definitely helping. And Hardik Pandya was the one who actually gave them that big wicket of Aaron Finch, who was really looking dangerous to me, because he had 6 fours in a knock of 32, playing with the most confidence. But Pandya was the one who did him in with a ball that did not probably did not come according to Finch's expectations, and ended up in the hands of Bumrah. He was gone for 32. Stephen Smith was done in by a wonderful delivery, and Jadhav is someone who, according to me, is the man with the golden arm, because he has been picking up all the vital wickets in every team. If you look at his stats, one sees that Deepak Jadhav goes and picks up the most important wickets, and he picks up all those important wickets like Joe Root. He picks up Kane Williamson, and Stephen Smith was picking up. This was another delivery from him, the flatter length, which is a sort of a really, the ball does not really get up at all, and Stephen Smith was gone. LBW bowled Jadhav for 16 of 25 balls with 1 4. After that, Hanscom was a victim of the bowling of Patel. Patel bowled very well today. Akshar Patel, the left-arm spinner, 13 of 17 deliveries. It was Head and Stoinis who really took it on later to help the Aussies to a score of 242 for 9, but it was never going to be enough, and Travis Head did a good job. He contributed 42 of 59, 4 fours. Stoinis made 46 of 63. He was really, really foxed in by a delivery from Bumrah, and he fell LBW to Bumrah. Wade did his bit. He contributed 20 of 18 with 1 6, becoming a victim of Bumrah. Faulkner had 12. Cummins was narrowed to another, and Kuldernaal lost his stumps to Kumar, and 242 for 9 was the Aussies. That's what the Aussies got, and never that Aussie score was going to prove really good. Kumar 1 for 40, Bumrah had 2 for 51, Pandya 1 for 14 of 2, Tenor was none for 48 for Kuldeep Yadav, Kedar Jadhav, Tenor was 1 for 48, and Akshar Patel I thought was the best bowler. Tenor was now made in 38 runs and 3 wickets. India were given a target of 243 to win from 50 overs. Once again, the Indian opening brigade of Ajinkya Rahane and Rohit Sharma showing that utmost consistency. Rahane playing his strokes with absolutely real candor, I would say. As far as Rohit Sharma was concerned, he is someone who is really, is a sort of a nemesis for any opposition. And the ease with which he plays, the effortlessness with which he does things, the way one of the strokes that Rohit Sharma played was absolutely oozing class. It was a mere push, and the ball was really creaming, racing towards the boundary. What a knock from Rohit Sharma. Picked up his first, India put up a grand opening partnership of 124 runs for the first wicket to keep the Aussie bowlers on really on their toes there. Ajinkya Rahane's contribution was 61 of 74 deliveries, 7 fours in that. But Rohit Sharma went on to make his 6th century against the Aussies, and Desmond Haynes of West Indies also has 6 centuries against the Aussies. Tendulkar has 9 centuries against the Aussies. Rohit Sharma, 125 of 109 deliveries, and he had a sort of a cramping thing. Didn't bother, he just stayed there. It was stand and deliver shots that he was actually sending it to the stands, to the spectators. What a knock from Rohit Sharma. 125, 109 deliveries, 11 fours and 5 sixes, done with absolutely effortless ease. Virat Kohli did his bit by really milking the bowling. 39 of 55 deliveries, 2 fours. At the end, it was a mere formality. Jadhav was not out on 5, 8 deliveries, 1 4. Manish Pandey was not out on 11 of as many balls with 2 fours. Match over. India winning the match by 7 wickets against the Aussies and thus taking the series 4-1. Well done, India. Congratulations to India for and also keeping up the #1 ranking. Cummins, 7 overs, 1 minute, none for 29, continued to impress with his bowling. Nathan Coulter, 9 overs, 142. Stoinis, 4 overs, none for 20 was a bit costly. Falkland, 5.5 overs, no minute, none for 37. Adam Zampa went for 59 today of his 8 overs to 2 wickets. Travis Head, 6 overs, none for 38. And Aaron Finch, 3 overs, none for 17. Rohit Sharma was named man of the match and player of the series going to Hardik Pandya, who is the sort of an X factor as far as India is concerned. And also let me before I leave this cricket show, let me tell you the India after this the T20 series, the 3 T20 series is going to be starting between India and Australia, and the team was named today. As far as the team is concerned, it was Ajinkya Rahane being left out. There was no place for Ajinkya Rahane, but Ashish Nehra has come back into the team. Dinesh Karthik has come back into the team as well. So, and Shikhar Dhawan keeps his place after missing the ODI series. Dinesh and Ajinkya Rahane, even though he played well, unfortunately did not make the cut. I mean, the competition, I mean, Virat Kohli, I mean, there was no place for India. So basically, it was Ajinkya Rahane and Shardul Thakur from the old, actually losing their places, and Ashish Nehra and Dinesh Karthik coming and taking those places. Well, dear fans and subscribers, I don't have much time to really dwell on. It's about time for me to sign off on this daily cricket show, but I'm hoping to see you all tomorrow when I'll be covering the Bangladesh versus South Africa and also the Sri Lanka versus Pakistan, which is going to be another interesting affair. Thanks for your company and thanks for watching Cricket Happenings. This is your host Ram signing off for the day.